Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may...
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And caught left side, Olsen. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Lott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Back to throw, Lott. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss at 6. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. A nice pickup there at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Aaron Rodgers, 57 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second and now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. And the Colts, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Luck. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to the air. Luck on second down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Throwing is Luck, and they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first down throw. Luck. And caught left side. Olsen. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Over the middle to Evans. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
It's a nice completion, and a little bit of run after catch as well to trade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking three here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that. Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
On 4th down, Locke. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there and let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
He got it there. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big... 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Check. Check. Hey, check 26. Box it.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Derrick Henry, 50 yards. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now Love. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he takes a shot on the relief.
But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. From the 50, it's Luck. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Paul Kruger from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. On second down, here's Locke. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on third down, Locke. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Time for a break. And he'll get it down here to the 43. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. And the Colts coming out now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He's going to look deep down the field, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week, because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. It's leveraged by the offensive line.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out in complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's a culmination of preparation that began with something along the lines from the head coach of, we're going to win this weekend, and here's how we're going to get it done. And covered all the details that went into it. They practiced them. They went over them. They tweaked the game plan as the week went on. And to find it all coming together and see it finish this way,
makes them happy.
Oh, that's satisfying for them.
Yeah, they were very, very good. Now the last stages of this one.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On third down, Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Pat McAfee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. On the return, Hester. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
From the gun on third down, Luck. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. And Olsen over the middle. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And after a defeat like this, Charles, next week at practice could be a little ugly.
Yeah, the natural inclination is to really drive these guys. They didn't play very well today.